Hey gang, so I'm recording this after I actually recorded the original video, but I'm going to cut this and put it in front of the video because I wanted to say something, and that is I didn't do every tire size that's available. I just did the ones I use the most, the ones I kind of had examples for here in front of you. For example, I didn't do Mini Toy Truck and Tractor's 850 series tire. They're really nice tires. I've used them on quite a few projects, but they're not in my stable of tires right now, so I skipped those. And I think when you see the video and you see how I sort of compared some tires, you'll be able to see if the 850 tire is right for your project. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. This video runs long, darn near 30 minutes, so if you make it to the end, I sure appreciate it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. I hope it helps you with your tire selections, and please, if you have questions, just post them below in the comments. Hey guys, how's it going? Jason here for The Love of Tractors, and today is the big tire bag of tire day. So the much promised bag of tires that I bought at the St. Louis show. And tires are without a doubt one of the hardest things to kind of grasp, size and shape, and how are they going to look on a tractor, and just all of that mess. I struggle with it myself. I've been building toy tractors my whole life, and it's still a pain in the butt. I'm not gonna lie, getting the right size. So probably the big number one question I get is, where do I get my tires? So first and foremost, I get them from Mini Toy Truck and Tractor, Adam Sunken. Super nice guy, super helpful. Got hundreds of tires to choose from, roughly. And you know, he's quick, he's, like I said, super nice guy, easy to get along with. What can I say? He has this really cool resource, and I need to get it. He has a binder that he will give you, not give you, you have to pay for it, but I mean, he will send you if you send him money, and it has all the different size tires in it, and they're labeled, and you can pull them out of the little envelope thing, and you can test them and make them, see how they're going to look on tractors and stuff, and then you know what to order, know what size to get. It's a really cool resource, and I've been meaning to pick one up, and I think I'm just going to need to do it because, I mean, what an awesome resource to have, you know, aside from this video. Okay, so the second source I would get, probably my buddy Dave at CD Models. He has some really good tires too, particularly if you are into older tractors and older four-wheel drives. He's kind of got those covered. My third favorite source is other tractors, and so I'm going to kind of go through that real quick right now, actually. The other tractors, so things I'm talking about, like this Case IH tractor. And I'm sorry the camera's so far away, I wasn't for sure how to do this necessarily. But so these tires are Case IH tires, but they came off of a different Case IH tractor. And I wanted to put them on this 380 CVT. And so that I, of course, detailed out lights and rails and all that good stuff. Now the front is my steerable front end, and the tires are from Daryl Stangler, which you can get off of eBay. I believe it's called Daryl's Barns. Not going to swear to that, but I think that's what it's called on there. Anyway, if you search for 164 scale tires, I guarantee you they'll come up. I do like these front tires quite a bit, although I wish they were rounded. Really flat sidewall on those. I don't know how well that shows up on the camera, but you know, whatever. Those are his rims as well, and then I decorate those up a little bit. I always punch out, using my hole punch, some styrene, and put a hub on there, or a cap on there, if you will. And then a lot of times, like on this one, I'll paint a different color, just to make it look a little nicer. But anyway, the back tires, these just came off an Ertl tractor, so probably $5, $6, $7 for that tractor. If you shop smart, you can get them for less than that for sure. And you just drill the rivet out on the side, and then put a new axle in there, and you've got different tires. Front tires are really good for that too. And in fact, that's where these are. They're on a project I'm working on right now. So along those lines, my absolute favorite tires of all time are off the Authentic series. These are like, they came on the 44, 50, and whatever the heck tractor this is. This is a 40. don't ever get old. You can't read. Oh, gosh. This tractor, I don't know if I can. Seriously, can't read the number on it. It's like a 40 something. It's a 40 series. Anyway, these rear tires are super easy to pop off. You get one of those tire puller tools like I've talked about before, or the panel puller pliers. Stick that in there, squeeze it. These pop right off. And then you can put them on other tractors like the 6030. And this is probably one of the most popular tractors I've ever built. I've had so many people ask if I would sell this, and I probably should. I'm kind of a fool for not to with that much demand, but it's the only one I've got, and it stays with me forever. So, and I detailed the living crap out of that tractor, to be honest with you. There's a ton of work there that I think I did a video. You can see it. And I should have done other, and in fact, if I ever come across another one of those casting and another one of those authentics, because they're getting harder to find, I'm going to do another one. I'm going to fill the hood seam. I'm going to put removable weights on the front. I'm just going to really knock it out of the park. Okay, so the next thing, these are a little easier to get a hold of. These are these new sort of, within the last year or so, Agco tractors. There's a Massey, there's a Challenger, so on and so forth. I believe there's an orange one as well. There is. It's back on my shelf. These tires are excellent. These make really great tires for modern John Deere and modern Case IH two-wheel drive and front-wheel assist tractors. Again, super easy. Plier tools, pop them off. You can even pull these off pretty easy. So SpecCast was looking out for us custom guys on that. The fronts are awesome too. You can use this whole front assembly because it steers. You can just get that out of there. It takes a little bit of work, but it's doable. Those front tires are sweet too. So these are going to run you $20-25 a piece. So it's let's call it an expensive donor tractor, but you can always put different tires on it and have a second tractor if you want to rob those. So, okay, and if you want to know what those look like, check out my 8210 video that I went up with. But here it is in, just so you guys can see it. That is what those tires look like on a tractor. Now these front tires, these are Daryl's too. Apparently I really like his front tires. I do. They're nice. They look good on a lot of tractors, particularly these. So anyway, Daryl tires and rims on the front of this as well. All right, moving on. Let's do some four-wheel drives, shall we? Because that's kind of my wheelhouse. So I'm going to dip into the bag here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a size of tires, and I'm going to show you the tractor that those correspond to. So, okay, these are 20.8 R42s. So these are a 42-inch tall tire. The 20.8 is a width, and they're pretty wide. So these I used on my Case IH Steiger Panther. And so I've got a video on this, so you're more than welcome to check that out. So that's kind of what those look like. Big, beefy tires. So usually, you would probably use those as duals. I, of course, use those as triples because I'm a little crazy. I just thought they looked awesome as triples. I don't know that you would use those 20 series in the 42 height as a triple maybe in real life. Although I'm sure it's been done, and I'm trying to think. We may have had a tractor in the past that had those, but they look sweet on a lot of toys. The problem you're going to run into is fender clearance on a lot of tractors, especially those old SpecCast tractors, like the Case IH, the Panthers, the Steigers they did, and the New Hollands that they did. You're going to have some clearance issues with your tires if you go that big. So just be aware of that. Anyway, that's 20.8 42s. Like I said, they're a pretty wide tire. They're a meaty tire. Really great, in my opinion, for four-wheel drives and even front-wheel assist tractors of, say, the mid-90s to, the mid-early 2000s. When you get into 2010 and up, I kind of tend to like metric tires on those tractors. But it doesn't mean you still can't use these Old Faithfuls here. So, alright, let's reach into the grab bag here. Let's find us something else. Aha! These are 655 30.5. So these are a front wheel assist tire. And I'm going to show you because I believe I don't have any front wheel assist tractor. Or do I? Oh, this is another lack of planning on my part. See, I thought I had this all planned out, and then I pulled out this. Yeah, so I don't have any of those with us. So let's just show you a close-up of these here. A big, wide, beefy metric tire. These look really good. You know, I'm kind of thinking if you wanted a two-wheel drive to push silage with, maybe. You know, also big tillage, something like that on a front wheel assist, not two-wheel drive, front wheel assist tractor. Would be perfect for that. So, anyway, that's those. All right, what we got here? Aha, 760 38s. So these, I also don't have any here. I have one right behind me though, don't I? Oh, those are 800s. There they are. Okay, so these are 700s. So they look really great, and you can see the video on these custom deer I had. They look good on, let's say, a medium to large size tillage tractor. Again, it's a 700, so it's metric, and they're kind of beefy. There's a lot of meat there. I'm going to leave one of these out because I will show you a comparison of some bigger ones when we get to those. All right, into the mystery bag. O tires. Haha, yes, my all-time favorites. 870 R38. So these are 38 tall, 800s. So they are big, big, big. So let me show you the difference between a 700 and an 800. So the 800 is closest to my thumb there. Big, big tire. And we use 800s on big four-wheel drives. We're talking like 600 horsepower, 550, 600. I mean, you can do it on a smaller one, of course, but I like them on the big dogs. So my Steiger Case IH 620 Anniversary Edition, it gets 800 series tires. Those are on my rims. You can get those on my Shapeways store. These, I should say this, Adam, these are Mini Toy Truck and Tractor. Adam has rims for these, and they're fine. They will work great for what you want to do. I've always wanted to detail those out more when I get them, and so that's kind of why I just decided to print some with some detail. And it's nothing against his rims; they are more than I've got them on dozens of tractors. They're fantastic. But like I said, if you want that little extra detail, check out my Shapeways store, shapeways.com/shop/FTLOT, or there's lots of places you can get rims, or you can make your own out of some brass tubing really easy. So, back to the bag. You guys bored yet? I hope not. This was going to be a long video, so it's just unfortunately the way it was going to be. Aha! So these are 20.8 L26s. So these I would call an older tractor tire. So if you want something like, this doesn't have them on there, but these would be perfect for an 8020 John Deere, or a 7520 John Deere if you wanted to single that up, or even put some big old fat old school duals on there. That's what these are perfect for. I don't have any here right now, but I've used these in the past. I obviously bought more because I plan to use them again in the future. So, all right, what is our next batch? 750. Okay. 750, 65, 38s. So again, we're in the 38 series of height. So we're probably talking four-wheel drives in general. This is a 750. Now you can kind of see 750s by my thumb. A little bit wider than the 700 in the middle. Quite a bit smaller still than the big 800, which is by my finger over here. And again, I like these for four-wheel drives, and I will show you one of those right now. I'm pretty sure. Nope. That's not a 750. Ooh, boy, that's kind of fail. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, that's a 710 as well. Aha, here we go. We just had to find a different John Deere R Series. So that is a 750 tire on a tractor. Looks pretty sweet. Alright, gonna move that to the side. Oh, so empty bag, 18.8 R38. So skinnier than the 20 series that we showed you earlier, and shorter than the 42 height that I showed you earlier that was in the 20 series. These I like to use on four-wheel drives that need triples. Now you can definitely do duals with those tires as well. In fact, an awful lot of tractors, particularly two-wheel drives, but there was a lot of four-wheel drives, especially in the 80s and 90s, that had the 18.4 38s or 18.8 38s or whatever. 18.8 R38s. But, you know, I particularly think they look sweet on this guy right here. Now, let me just show you, because these are 20s. Yes, correct. So this is a 20.8 38. So it's just a tad wider, and it's technically the same height, but you can see what I did here. This is another trick kind of the trade. I stretched that a little bit, so it's actually about a 40 or a 40, you know, rough, you could call it a 42, because that's going to be the closest standard tire size. But so you can do that. It just gives it a little bit of a different look on the tractor. And you can see my Lion video. I've got a video of that tractor. You can check it out. So, but anyway, 18.8 R38s. All right. 3 bags to go, guys. Sorry if this is running longer than you think, but I hope it's informative. I hope it's helping you guys out. These are 480 70R 34s. Well, I said 38s. I didn't think that was right. And so again, we've got another front wheel assist tire here. So this is a really nice tire. This is a mini toy truck and tractor, as most of these are. Standy Toys. That's who Mini Toy Truck and Tractor used to be. Unfortunately, once Stan got sick, he, Adam bought it from Stan, and thankfully, because now the tire business carries on, which Stan was amazing for this hobby for a lot of years. So I know a lot of us miss him, but thankfully we've got Adam to keep going. Anyway, a lot of these metric tires, they have the writing on the side, Firestone, Trelleborg, whatever. That's cool. That's a cool little touch. In fact, maybe I'll show you one before this video is over. Some of the fun stuff you can kind of do with that. All right. Aha, so this is a 710 tire. So that's this guy right in front of me here. And I will put it with these other guys. And you can see those. So keep the metric theme going on here. So the 710 is right here. And of course the 800 is on the left. So you can see the 710 is a little bigger than the 700. And a little smaller than the 750, which is right beside it. And then the 710. So these are a nice tire. That is what is on my Bueller Versatile. That is a 710 tire. I'm going to put him up here out of the way. Alright, and that's also what's on this guy right here. Pretty sure. Yep, 710. We'll just set him up there. Anyway, you know what? I'll give you. Let me try to give you a better look at that. I know the camera's a little far away. I didn't know how to do this and fit everything, but like I said, most of these tractors have videos just for the tractor, and the ones that don't, I will. So, anyway, you can see it's a nice looking dual. I don't think you would triple these up, although maybe I should do it just for the heck of it. But anyway, it's nice on a 4-wheel drive, and some 2-wheel drives even. Alright, last bag, guys. This is a 20.8 R38. So, I like these tires. Like I said, that's on that Lion right there. The 20.8 38. And you can stretch these to a 42, or you can just get a 42 tire. The 38 looks kind of nice and fat, but still, because of the 20, and then, the height isn't too much. So it's just a cool looking tire, perfect for triples. Perfect for duals on just about any tractor, although on modern four-wheel drives like these R series, or even these, the old 20 series, and so they probably look a little small. And you definitely wouldn't use, like a dual of those on, say, a 500 or 600 horsepower tractor. That's for sure. Triples, maybe, but it kind of seems like anymore if you're over the 500 range, you're going with the giant 800s or tracks. Okay, so that kind of does it for my Adam Sunken toy tractor, mini toy truck and tractor. Wow. I've been talking for almost 19 minutes, so you just have to give me a break. A couple more minutes, we'll get it done. So that's that. But I had a few others I want to talk to you about, and I'm going to go back real quick to Daryl's Tires on eBay. And I want to point out, like, none of these guys are paying me to say any of this stuff. I'm just, this is the number one question I get. What tires do I get? Where can I get them? I just want to be helpful and answer to all you guys that are getting into this hobby and doing that, because I want to see you guys in this hobby, and I want to see you guys making cool stuff. So, all right. So these are really thin row crop tires. And I think, what are those? I think they're like, I don't know if they're quite 50 inch, maybe like 48 inch tall or whatever. Really skinny, really more made for vegetable farming and things like that. But I wanted to do a really cool planting tractor with tanks on the front, tanks on the back, and really skinny triples. So that's where that came from. I thought it turned out cool. So I did a video on this tractor. It's a 9120, and so you guys can check that out if you want more detail. Like I said, that's from Daryl. And then I've got a set of his 800 series tires. And I like them. They're good. But again, they suffer from this flat sidewall syndrome. This has a little bit more of a rounded sidewall than, say, his others, but they're good. Don't get me wrong. I'm really glad they're out there, and I bought a crap ton of these off of them, so I'm not complaining. I mean, don't want you to think that, because I'm not. They're awesome. But probably I like mini toy truck and tractors 800s better than I like Daryl's right now. Ask me in a week and I might change my mind. All right, a couple other things. So back to robbing tires. So these tires on my Wildcat are Ertl tires. They're off of, they made those Ford FW four-wheel drives a few years back with duals, and they made several Steigers with duals a few years back. That's where those tires come from. And, there's nothing wrong with robbing tires off Ertl. I think there's, like, some people, I won't say a lot, because I don't know if it's a lot, but there's some people that sort of think, like, if the tire's not aftermarket, that you shouldn't have it on a tractor. I don't believe that at all. I think there's a lot of really, really great tires from OEMs. It's just sometimes you got to pay a little money to get them. But hey, you're going to pay $2 to $4 a pair for aftermarket tires. And you can buy a whole tractor sometimes for $4 to $6, $7, $8. So it's just something you got to look at. And I'm not knocking Ertl tires. I'm not knocking the aftermarket tires. I use the daylights out of all of them. So anyway, like I said, those came off those Ertl four-wheel drives they did several years back. And then one last sort of thing I'm going to be using here in the future are these SpecCast Optum tractors. These tires are sweet. They're big and beefy, and I can think of all sorts of things I want to use these on. So stay tuned for that. I want to get several of these. It's going to be expensive. These are $25 a pop or whatever. But I want to get enough to do duals on a big Case IH four-wheel drive for these. So that's that. And then the front wheel assist are, they're huge too. But I can certainly see their uses. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Like I said, those and those Agcos, and then the Ertl Authentic series, I have junked so many of those tractors just for the tires. So, all right, last thing I want to touch base on, 3D printed tires. So these are from Denny, who is Harvester 45 on Shapeways. These tires are sweet. They look really great. Obviously, here on my Steiger line, they look awesome. He has a lot of tires. Zeb Mueller has a lot of wheels and tires. I have a few, not a whole lot. Oh my gosh, I'm blank on other guys. There are lots of guys with lots of tractor tires on Shapeways. Here's the downside to Shapeways tires and why I don't use them very often. One, they're expensive. I've got $50 worth of wheels and tires on this tractor right now. So that means a tractor that I've already scratch built, so it's already pricey. I now have another $50 in tires, and then people go, how, I can't believe you want $150 for that tractor, or whatever it is. You just have to when you've got that much money into it, that much money and effort. And I'm not complaining because it looks awesome. And if I'm building for myself, which this one is for myself, it's not for sale, so don't, just because I said 150, that's not the price. This is for me. It stays with me forever. They can bury it with me. But it's easy when you're doing 3D printed stuff to get real expensive real fast. So that's the downside. But the upside is, like I said, Denny Harvester here, he has got just gobs of cool tires. Like I said, Zeb Mueller, so yeah, really cool tires. Intricate detail, lots of parts to put together. They're perfect. But price sucks, and that's not those guys' fault. It's not at all. That's just the way the nature is of 3D printing. So please don't think I'm like faulting those guys. I'm not. In fact, I think some of those tires are cheaper than I would probably sell them for. But and then two, you've got to paint them, and that gets tricky with 3D printed parts. One, 3D printed parts don't always paint well, and then two, 3D printed parts are often fragile. And so I've had situations where I'm mating rim and tire, and maybe the lip of the rim gets busted, the lip of the tire, something gets scratched, something gets scuffed, a notch comes out of it, so on and so forth. And man, is that infuriating when you just ruined a $40 set of tires. Just saying. And it happens. It's the name of the game. That's customizing. It's the way it goes sometimes. But man, does that tick you off. So, alright guys. That'll do it. Man, this is my longest video ever by far. If you made it this far in the video, post and tell me below, please. Because you are a warrior. And I appreciate it. I should have done this in 2 parts, but oh well. Guys, as always, I really appreciate you watching. I love your passion for tractors. It fuels my passion for tractors. I love doing this. I love building tractors. I love talking tractors. So please keep the comments coming. Like and share if you feel like I'm doing a good job, because I so appreciate that when you do. And I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.